Get ready to discover one of the most enigmatic and unsettling places on the planet, Skinwalker Ranch. Hidden among the desolate landscapes of Utah, this ranch has become a kind of Disneyland for the inexplicable, where science and mysticism collide in a chilling spectacle. But is everything you've heard really true? From paranormal activity to UFO sightings and bizarre creatures, this cursed land holds secrets that go far beyond what the eye can see. And the scariest part? Scientists and experts who've tried to investigate left with more questions than answers. Imagine living in a place where your cattle mysteriously disappear, where lights in the sky seem to have a will of their own, and where native folklore whispers about creatures that walk among us. Now, imagine the feeling of living with a constant, invisible presence, something that seems to know more about you than you know about it. This isn't just a place of horror stories, it's a true laboratory of the supernatural, where those who dare to seek answers might end up questioning their very reality. With ancient curses and cutting-edge scientific investigations intertwined, Skinwalker Ranch invites you to explore the edges of human understanding. But beware, because once you dive into this universe, there's no going back. Are you ready to uncover the secrets hiding in the shadows of this ranch? Let's go, but be prepared. What you're about to discover could challenge everything you believe about what's real and what's imaginary. Skinwalker Ranch, known as the epicenter of paranormal activity in Utah, feels more like an amusement park of the unknown. Imagine a place where every corner hides a dark secret, lights that appear without warning in the sky, frequent UFO sightings, and even reports of mysterious creatures like cryptids roaming through the night. Here, the air seems charged with an invisible tension, as if something, or someone, is always watching. This atmosphere attracts not only enthusiasts but also skeptics, who venture in hoping for an explanation of the countless bizarre events haunting the area. Many visitors report experiences that would challenge even the most rational investigator. Nearby residents often talk about strange cattle mutilations occurring without any explanation, a phenomenon that has turned the ranch into a magnet for scientists and curious minds alike. And we're not talking about simple predator attacks. These mutilations have unsettling characteristics, like precise cuts and an absence of blood, typical signs of what experts call high strangeness. Could all of this be the work of supernatural forces, a reflection of an ancient curse, or something even more complex? Who knows? If you find yourself there, you might just witness something unexplainable. For many, Skinwalker Ranch goes beyond an urban legend. It's almost a metaphor for the struggle between what we can see and what lies beyond our understanding. Amid the mystery, it's hard to ignore the possible influence of an old curse or events beyond human control. This is the point where science and the supernatural intersect, and perhaps that's what intrigues us most. Are we truly ready to uncover what really lives here? And so, the ranch remains a true portal to the unexplained, waiting for those who dare to face the unknown. The history of Skinwalker Ranch is shrouded in a dark aura that dates back to an ancient Navajo curse. Many say the ranch is a path of the Skinwalker, legendary creatures from native folklore, feared for their power and malevolence. The Ute tribe, who inhabited the region, always avoided the area, considering it cursed and dangerous. Legend has it that this land was marked by an ancestral revenge, casting the ranch in an air of mystery and driving away those who understood the weight of that curse. Even the most skeptical feel a chill upon hearing stories of encounters with these entities. Some believe this Navajo curse triggers manifestations of poltergeist activity, the appearance of UFOs, and the presence of bizarre creatures in the area. Imagine the psychological impact of living in such a place, where every shadow or sound might seem like a real threat. The feeling of being on forbidden ground isn't easily ignored. Many who have ventured there carry psychological scars, as if the ranch itself influences the environment around it. Would it be surprising, for instance, to feel watched or hear inexplicable whispers as night falls? For paranormal researchers, Skinwalker Ranch is a crucial place to understand how indigenous legends, like those of the Ute people, might interact with the supernatural and spark inexplicable events. They believe this cultural and spiritual link influences the frequency and intensity of activities that occur there. More than just a historical curiosity, the Navajo curse has become part of the ranch's identity, an invisible presence that everyone senses but few dare to confront. And so, the ranch's story continues, an enduring enigma passed down from generation to generation. When Terry and Gwen Sherman moved to Skinwalker Ranch, they probably didn't imagine the kind of reception they'd get. On their very first day they came across a disturbing sight, a wolf of gigantic proportions roaming the property. The animal was so imposing that, when shot at, it seemed immune to the bullets, as if something supernatural was protecting it. For Terry, what should have been a frightening encounter turned surreal, as the unharmed wolf slowly backed away, defying logic and any instinct for self-preservation we know. This was the first sign that the ranch held unimaginable secrets. This sighting opened doors to a new perception of the ranch. After all, how often can a simple animal provoke such unease? Terry and Gwen reported that the wolf not only didn't react to the shots but seemed to observe the couple with an almost human intelligence, which only increased their discomfort and the feeling that something was profoundly wrong. It was as if this wolf were a kind of sentinel, a guardian of the place, keeping everyone at a distance. Many wonder, could it have some connection to the Navajo curse or the strange phenomena surrounding the area? For those who study the unexplained, this story of the immortal wolf is yet another enigma to unravel. And what about the theories that creatures like this are actually manifestations of supernatural forces, meant to protect or warn? Was the wolf just the first of many signs indicating that the Shermans were being watched by forces that never sleep? How would you react if you knew that something like this inhabited the surroundings of your home? This unique experience left the Shermans on constant alert, an uncomfortable position that would only draw them deeper into the ranch's mystery. It didn't take long for Gwen Sherman to start noticing a series of unsettling phenomena inside her own home. Objects would mysteriously vanish from one room only to reappear in another, and important items would disappear without explanation, as if an invisible force was playing with her sanity. Imagine walking into the kitchen and finding utensils out of place, or returning to the living room to see furniture that had somehow moved on its own. Gradually, Gwen began questioning her own memory, wondering if she was truly forgetting where she'd left things or if something more sinister was at play. These poltergeist-like disturbances didn't stop there. Alongside the objects that appeared and vanished, inexplicable sounds, like footsteps and knocks on the walls, began to echo through the house, creating an atmosphere of constant tension. It was almost as if an unseen presence was trying to communicate or show that it was there, watching the family's every move. Living in an environment where the familiar and comfortable were replaced by a horror movie-like scenario is, to say the least, disturbing. Gwen found herself immersed in a mystery where each day brought a new and bizarre riddle. And here comes the most intriguing question. What, or who, could be responsible for such events? For some, these phenomena might be explained by natural causes, like drafts or reflections, but for the Shermans, the intensity and frequency of these occurrences went beyond any rational explanation. Amid an internal struggle to hold on to her sanity, Gwen tried to find the strength to deal with the forces that seemed insistent on challenging them, but what would come next would prove that these events were only the beginning. Terry Sherman realized that the ranch held far more than strange phenomena. Something threatening lurked in the darkness, invisible but undeniably present. As time went on, he began to notice mysterious lights hovering over the ranch, as if probes from an unknown intelligence were watching his every move. It didn't take long for the disappearance of livestock to become a constant concern, a true nightmare for someone who relied on the animals for his livelihood. This pattern of events led Terry to wonder if the source of it all could be extraterrestrial, a presence that circled the property but never fully revealed itself. These phenomena weren't limited to the sky, the ground itself seemed to conceal secrets. One night, Terry witnessed a craft silently hovering, defying the laws of physics and leaving him with a sense of helplessness and fear. It wasn't just the lights that puzzled him, but the pattern of disappearances and the tracks left behind, as if something was studying the herd's behavior. Some paranormal experts suggest that the ranch might be a testing ground for forces that challenge human understanding. The presence of unseen beings and possibly advanced technology only intensified the terrifying atmosphere. For Terry, the fear was real and tangible. He knew something was there, watching, perhaps waiting for the right moment to act more directly. How would you react if you knew something was observing your every step, planning its next move? Living at Skinwalker Ranch exposed Terry to a side of the unknown that few dare to confront. What once seemed like supernatural curiosity became a constant threat, and for Terry, surviving in that place meant understanding this invisible presence before it was too late. As events at Skinwalker Ranch escalated, Terry and his family began witnessing appearances of bizarre creatures and even more alarmingly blue orbs, the infamous blue meanies. These spheres, with their eerie glow, brought not only a haunting beauty but also an overwhelming sense of fear. On one occasion, as the orbs floated in the air, Terry's dogs, drawn by the unknown presence, rushed toward the mysterious lights. What began as simple animal curiosity turned into a terrifying scene, leaving a deep mark on the family's lives. These blue orbs seemed to act with a sinister intelligence, almost as if they were toying with the emotions and reactions of anyone who approached. They weren't just visual phenomena but real, tangible threats. The tragic fate of Terry's dogs is a chilling example of the danger these orbs represented. After chasing the orbs into a remote area, the dogs never returned, and the next morning, Terry found traces suggesting a tragic end, though there were no clear signs of what had actually happened. The presence of these creatures and orbs served as a stark reminder that the ranch was far from an ordinary place. To investigators, these spheres represent a mystery that defies conventional science. Scientists and researchers wonder, could these orbs be a form of life or some type of alien technology? For the Shermans, however, scientific questions blended with a desperate need for survival. Each new appearance of these phenomena increased the pressure for the family to leave the ranch. In the end, there was no doubt, Skinwalker Ranch was not a place for them. But this mystery would only attract others eager to uncover the secrets of the supernatural. The disturbing history of Skinwalker Ranch eventually drew the attention of powerful figures, including billionaire Robert Bigelow, a man driven by a desire to explore the unknown. Fascinated by reports of high strangeness and paranormal activity on the ranch, Bigelow decided to purchase it, transforming the site into a true laboratory for supernatural investigations. His intention was clear, to uncover the mysteries haunting the ranch, a project that few would dare to tackle with such determination. He assembled a team of scientists and founded the National Institute for Discovery Science, NIDS, to deepen these investigations, seeking methods that balance science and the paranormal. Throughout their investigations, NIDS encountered phenomena that defied logic, ranging from poltergeist manifestations to UFO sightings and entities appearing from the shadows. These scientists weren't there just to observe. They wanted to understand, document, and perhaps even communicate with these forces. The ranch was equipped with state-of-the-art technology to monitor events in real time, yet ironically, the phenomena seemed to avoid the devices, almost as if they knew they were being watched. This awareness of the events led the team to question whether they were dealing with intelligent entities. The investigations raised more questions than answers, but one thing was certain. The ranch seemed to operate under unknown laws, a kind of energy field or portal to other dimensions. Bigelow and his team were convinced that the ranch possessed a unique energy that attracted these phenomena. For many, Skinwalker Ranch remains a point of intersection between the scientific and the supernatural, an enigma that Robert Bigelow and his team had only just begun to unravel, but which remains to this day shrouded in an irresistible mystery. So, are you ready to face the unknown? Everything you've learned about Skinwalker Ranch so far is just the beginning of a journey that challenges human understanding. Have you ever wondered what you'd do if you were in the Sherman's shoes? Or if you were a scientist confronting phenomena that defy logic? These experiences go beyond any horror movie or ghost story. They're an invitation to question your beliefs and open your mind to possibilities beyond the reality we know. If the mystery of Skinwalker Ranch has sparked your curiosity, what are you waiting for to take the next step? Are you truly ready to confront what might lie beyond our dimension? What kind of answers are you searching for? After all, is it just courage that drives us to discover new horizons, or is there something else that draws us to the mystery? Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to keep exploring with us, because the next chapter promises to be even more disturbing.